It's Week 9 of the NFL, and this one features the Ravens' sure-handed wide receiver. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Ravens and the Broncos, and it comes your way next
for football
on Madden Football.
As we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots. And this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming. Playoff pictures are unfolding. It is a blast.
This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bronco rookie, quarterback Bo Nix out of Oregon. The rookie, the last of the quarterbacks taken in the first round, number 12 overall. He's been around. He's 24 years old, but the rookie runs for the Broncos.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it's going to be third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On now for fourth down, Trenton Gill will punt it away, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. Now the return. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on first down. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A very dangerous throw, but somehow it is complete.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on 4th down. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Powering forward, he's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
A try here for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Broncos offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The next drive about to get going as we check out what's coming up a little later here in Week 9. Tonight, Sunday Night Football. It'll be the Jaguars and Eagles coming up at 8:20 Eastern Time in Philadelphia. And then tomorrow night, Election Night Eve, Monday Night Football has the Bucs and Chiefs. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55 at 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 in KC. A big-time play for the Broncos. 54 yards.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
The first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Nix from the gun on third down. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Trenton Gill now. He's on for the second time to try to get something inside the 10. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. Again, working deep downfield. Big opening up the middle. And he will dive into the end zone. 87 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Ravens move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing. Nix. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Throwing is Nix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Patrick motioning here. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. The Broncos bringing out their punter. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50, set up the offense with a short field. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. We'll start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good. And the Ravens will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Seven seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. This is fielded inside the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here's 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. So we reach halftime in what has been, to this point, a one-sided game. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Colts as that one's gone to halftime. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdown runs. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Deshaun Watson responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. Room up the sideline at the 45. Down the sideline to the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2-touchdown game for numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The PAT up and good. And the Ravens are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. Greg, simply put, they've been off their game right from the jump.
Yeah, sometimes it's just the way the game goes, and you can't really put your finger on it. But you feel good coming out of the week of practice. You feel really good about your game plan. And then once the ball's kicked off, nothing seems to work. And it's very frustrating because you can look great one week and then the next week be completely taken out of your game.
1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. This one caught by Patrick. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He'll work his way for a gain of about 4. It's another run here for Williams. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Dulcich now brought in motion. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And that'll move the sticks. That's a 1st down. Down to the 45-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They run over center with Williams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
That's taken in by the running back, Piron. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. He gains nothing. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. Room to run at the 40. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He'll get down to the 15. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with him again. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. And he will score again. Touchdown, Ravens. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
The extra point is good. And the Ravens stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. And this offensive line has no answer right now. Another sack.
This is a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Nix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This fielded inside the 35. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
On 2nd down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? He's inside the 25. And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it. And the Ravens keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. His throw left side is complete. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
Third and long. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This one, returnable. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll air one out. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown.
And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure how popular this move is going to be on the other sideline. And listen, I understand in the huddle sometimes kind of players take it upon themselves to do things like this, but the call there has to be take a knee, move on, shake hands, and go to the locker room. But not in this case.
So it's a win here for the Ravens. And this was as good as it gets. All 3 phases of the game in perfect harmony as they post the lopsided shutout victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.